only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense in a bunch formation. The give from the gun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying play action. He put some heat on that one down the middle. Early on the Jets. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Taylor wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Mississippi State going up-tempo. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Now adjusting. Gets rid of it. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The sure hands, it's Reese. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball away.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Taylor wants to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Fired in from the red zone for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simmons. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Auburn offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. RPO complete to open the drive. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Quickly to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The Tigers are on the move.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Still some work to do after that last completion and 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. At the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Wood. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Tiger. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Quarterback making adjustments. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Fires to the tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. Using his legs, it's Price. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Baylor is getting its clock cleaned today. That crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 17. Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, it's a fumble. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll put in play from the 41 on first down. Taylor wants to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Rush is on him. Rush coming in high, and they've got him at the 29. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's complete to the right. At the 45, on its way. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Swings it out to the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
When you talk to the offensive staff coming into this one, they knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Here's a heat. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just triples to the ground.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Might be calling a hot route. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. The throw. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. He's got it. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole, quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Buys a little extra time. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Tigers will hustle to the line. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds his big tight end. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Taylor wants to throw it. On the run, still looking. It's complete on the right side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Tigers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can...
Turning it on! How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Zings it complete to the right.
That guy might not be the tallest wide receiver in the world, but he sure is quick coming out of his break, and he shows you on that slant throw.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. There's the pressure. Wide open downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
Working that left side now. They stop him well short of the marker. It's fourth down from the 27. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Taylor wants to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. When you're defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
Here comes the two-point try. Looking to throw. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is good. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. He might want another play. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's going to run it. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line?
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Hand off from the shotgun. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? On 4th down, trying to find his man. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks.
It just must be so nice to be such a good athlete and to realize 4th down, I want to pass the football, nobody open, I got this. I can take off, I trust myself, and he gets the 1st down. And these are the ones that just frustrate, annoy defenses by 4th down on your own side of the field, and he just took matters into his own hands.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Cantrell. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Auburn going to work with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kane. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Going right and going deep. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tiger.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner will be dragged down. to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the front.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Taylor wants to throw it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Breaks into the open. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Still on his feet at the 45. Bust through behind his pad. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Setting up the screen. Hits it with a stiff arm. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Wants to go up top. He's got the tight end. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the 2-pointer is no good. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Auburn offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to take off.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Quarterback extends the play. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the wideout. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pulls in the deep ball. He's loose down the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Auburn. murky. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Send the tight end in motion. Taylor wants to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
29 Philly.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Tight end now in motion. Under fire. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going for the big play. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
So now it's second and long. They'll run play action. Slings it downfield. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Finds a crease at the 20. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Taylor wants to throw it. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time,
looking deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Look, it's a nice gain, but I don't know if it's worth the seconds they're losing on the game clock. In this type of situation, you've got to be throwing at least to the first down markers, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines to get out of bounds.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the gun. Give on the inside. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, looking to pass. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wideout. Gonna swing it on second down. Fires to the right. Fired in there, but incomplete.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage, forcing that incompletion.
Now facing a third and long. They'll move the tight end. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Price. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Taylor wants to throw. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get...
Going to take a shot. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having